Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. We are just back. My apologies for the delay. Two computer restart and two crashes later. We got there. We did it. We got there. Joining me, of course, is the wonderful, the amazing Samurai Kai. Say hello, Kai.
Hi everyone, welcome back. And
Indeed.
welcome back, Enda.
It's a dubious honor as ever. And we're just waiting now for the players to get in more on. It's going to be Mag Casual versus Garrett. So this should be an exciting match. It looks like there's going to be waiting for the raid to start back up my back. No, I wasn't actually waiting for the raid. I was literally restarting the game to try and getting all of my overlay stuff to work. Bear, you could have stayed streaming, bro. I wouldn't have minded at all. It was literally just convenient.
That was very kind of him to
Yeah.
lay back. You
And
don't really have to, yeah.
exactly. There was no need. You're all good. But yeah, just waiting now for the final round. Again, my apologies for the restart and stuff like that, and I hope everyone's enjoyed the pools. I still think that I'm actually in agreement, Kai. I think that first round of the pools was actually arguably one of the best that we got to see. I think the Darcy versus Mag one, just for the tragedy, it was it was winning the match on on the Gugs into the off Danes and stuff, swapping off, and then immediately just getting the worst possible RNG imaginable and what Mag was going to press. That was rough to watch, I'm not going to lie. That was pretty rough.
So next one is gonna be, oh, you already put the name,
All right, I
alright.
have Mag versus Garant here in this first one.
Are you still gonna, oh, you're gonna be dueling square, okay? No
Yeah,
problem.
still going to be dueling square just because I don't want to chance everything
Right,
messing up.
right. It should be stable here anyway.
Yeah, it should be fine. Again, I'm not entirely sure what the issue was last time. So, I really don't know. It just decided that it didn't want to play ball. But we do have Garant in. I think we're waiting on Mag Casual right now.
Yeah, we're waiting for Mark. I haven't seen him on chat yet.
He's in
Oh,
the...
he was. I think
Okay.
he is, maybe. Yeah, he did. Maybe he's just getting ready. And I saw Donut on the chat as well. He won the last Tony.
He did indeed, and he played
And
very, very
yeah,
well.
he probably taking break for this week.
Has to be done every now and again. The poor guy.
I'm
It's
sure
hard.
he'll come back.
It's hard at the top, you know.
Oh,
And it just seems as though we have
okay.
both
So
players
Mag
in.
is blue. And Jaran is red. Let's see their stats.
Indeed. Let's have a quick look here.
Strength bill. Go ahead.
Indeed, it does seem as though it's going to be strength is the way forward by the looks of things, folks, as we are going to have both sides on that strength. 63 in the favour of Mag versus that 53 on Garant. Mag, of course, on Halberd. Halberd kind of doesn't require to be jar locked, but it's better. But Garant here having that ring of favour, a couple of other bits and pieces, and the end talisman as well. That's kind of a curiosity. Interesting. We see if that extra stam is going to make the difference as we crack on. Both players are in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semi-finals match. Kai,
I'm
joining me.
excited.
Will you give
I'm
us the
ready to
countdown?
come.
Will you give us the countdown? We will figure it out
In the live
eventually.
stream, so because this costume is back. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Magnificent. As the bolt is out, the physics are drunk and Garant going for that. And we see the immediate attempt to punish there with the harpoon, but alas, not going to be, as we are going to see that bit of a trade into the sword lance doing its wicked work, into a running attack. The off axe getting the punish on that rolling, into the off axe swing once more, managing to just about by a hair's breadth getting that interrupt here, as we are going to see that off axe come in clutch. Getting that interrupt there, trying to force that into the off axe. The mash! Mag electing to go for the roll there as well. Jump over the top there. Mag going for the off axe now once more, trying to get that catch. It's not going to happen. The backstab grab there, quite tragical as a jump over the top, just to try and get that little bit of damage. Going for the Thunderbolt of Lightning. Very, very frightening. As another running attack, the aim down to get the extra range. And that is going to be
Wow.
Mag.
GG. Nice free aiming on the Mag.
I think there was a couple of free aims that happened over the course of that.
Right. Yeah, he just make it look so easy.
It's brutal, absolutely brutal. And as we look here at that, I'd look.
And
Well,
it's
let's watch it happen again.
Soran's. Mm-hmm. Let's watch the replay.
And I believe Mag is actually running a PlayStation tourney this weekend as well. So,
He is 23rd this Sunday. My friends is joining.
oh, nice, that's awesome. And
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
PlayStation exclusive, I believe, isn't it?
Oh yeah, PlayStation player only. Yes, because
Yes.
there's no crossplay. So
Unfortunately.
the PlayStation ladder is quite active lately. I'm
Ooh.
jealous.
Oh, that was a nice hit to finish it out there.
And the offhand axe finish. GG.
Beautiful. Well, Kai, give us the count in once again.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
As we peer over and through the parapet, we can now see both of our players going for their respective buffs. Empty jump comes out there as Mag is gonna eat just a little bit of damage, as we do see the runaways now coming out. Good electing to go for that frost. And if there was a restriction I was going to put on Sword Lance in the next one, it's probably going to be that chilling mist. That is absolutely brutal that it can get the proc in basically 2 hits. Really, really nasty stuff, and that damage boost on an already horrifically damaging setup is truly something else. Is that off axe there to try and get it away, but the R2s not having enough stam to be able to take another one. Oh dear, oh dear. As we do see now that reset into neutral, as we see the stock is out now from the side of Mag into the LGS to try and get that last hit in, which is going to be very difficult to try and get the punish on this latency. As we do see now the trade coming through. Garant going for that jump over the top. Run R2 there, getting the interrupt and the skedaddling away. Mag possibly going to be trying to wait to time out. As he goes to the jump in, taking a little bit of damage in the whip to finish us out.
GG.
Man for me own heart going for that whip finish. Beautiful stuff.
That was a lot of damage from Soran's.
Sword
you
Lance.
said latency. Oh yeah, it is, huh? East Coast
Yes.
and then Turkey. Oh, that's gonna be high.
It's going to be anywhere between 150 and about 200, somewhere within that ballpark.
Right.
It's still theoretically playable if both sides decide they want to play the video game and not double roll everything. But it's going to be very difficult, especially into Sword Lance and LGS, funnily enough, because they have that ability, the insane phantom range, to play off. It can be quite difficult to space.
Oh, really interesting. I didn't know
Mag's doing a very, very dangerous going in for that jump punish into it there. I don't know. It's ugh. Either way, both players are in. Kai.
that. Okay, they're ready.
At your leisure.
3. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
A little bit early that time on my part, but we got there. We got there.
We got it.
All right, there we go. Looking at that empty jump there into that anti-air, as it is going to be a 1-1 for both of our players if I had the sensibilities to log it. Wowzers. But yeah, really nice stuff here. That is going to be some crazy pressure as the off-axe comes out now once more. Mag here resetting into that neutral, goes for that, but the R2 is just waiting. And that is basically the interactions that Garant is looking for. Just wait about that. Just wait for as the Stone Club is out, as they're both going into a Stone Club mirror. Any
Why not?
counter pickers? Any? Would you counter pick? I'd counter pick. As we are going to see now that attempt to try and get some of that phenomenal thing called aim punching going with those volcano pots, as we are going to see now. The trade comes out there. The mirror to end all mirrors, as we are going to see a whiff punish come out there from the side of Mag, who is going to be chilling. Mag is encouraged either now to go for a tier skip, as they're just kind of chilling.
What's going on?
Basically, he's realizing now that the tier that Mag is trying to wait out the tier skip, and they're both basically on setups that encourage it. So now they're kind of memeing around a little bit. Although the interrupts coming through there as Mag just mashes with his heart's content as they reset to a neutral what more. Oh me oh my, looking at this here we see it. Garant having to reset to neutral, Mag content to kind of chill here in neutral. Neither side now has tier, but there's a very slight life advantage now in the favour of Garant by about 50 HP, so it's nothing too substantial, as both sides now are just going to vibe out in neutral forever, which is definitely one of the things to do, I reckon, as an empty jump comes through there, a running attack, not going to land, unfortunately, as Mag is going to go in for a little bit of pressure. Man, it's like I'm watching PlayStation right now, as the halberd comes out, tries to go for that punish, the Parkarian Retail! Oh, angry, as we are going to see! The Beast Claws coming out there as a bit of counter pressure, as Mag just mashes to his heart's content. Into the trade, 100 HP to 193. Into the whip!
So close.
Uh-oh. Oh, as we are going to see the whip finish again. Both sides are on death's door, as we see the HDS out! Uh-oh. How's this one going to end?
Just swapping.
What? Oh, the swap over to Sword Lance into the TS. Oh, and the red feather just in case. What a match. What a match. This is Elden Ring, people. Empty jump there from neutral. Goes for it into the R2, and it's going to be a tie.
Wait, was it double kill, right?
Double kill, so they go again.
Oh, Macau just said MF latency. Oh, so both get the point. Okay.
No, no point for either of them.
Oh, no point. Okay. That was interesting swap. The mini swap from especially
There definitely
Garon.
was. And there we go. Now both of them, I'm just saying, tie round. Another round. Chaps, tie round. Let's crack on. What is Mag?
I see Brown on the chat. Welcoming.
There we go. Can I grease your T? You can grease. You can non-DLC grease your TS. Just not You have to use normal grease.
Yes,
Bron says
just
hi.
regular grease.
Yes, that is correct. And Bron has said hi to you, Kai.
Oh, I say hi before.
Maybe it's me who's not listening to Bron the coach.
I could say hi back again.
All right, Mag is apparently starting. What? Garant, what's going on?
Hold on, let me check the poison grease on my stone crab.
I think so. I don't think there's no rule on it. So yeah, you're allowed poison grease in your stone club. All right, folks, we have both of our players in, and as ever, tournament players not reading the rule set. That's crazy. I can't believe it. This is unreal. All right, both players are in and ready. Kai, will you give me the count in?
I want to make sure Garon is ready because he's kind of looking away. He must be ready, right?
If he doesn't move at the start, we can just do a restart. It'll be fine.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
And I just
Let's
realized
go.
as well, there is...
Okay, he was ready.
He was indeed, as this is now a best of 5. As we are going to see now that Stone Club doing its shenanigans. And back jump there comes out from the side of Garant. Mag casual, chilling like a villain as he goes for that Stone Club now to get those interrupts. Managing to get a really nice tasty space there. Oh, look at that there, getting that nice little bit of damage. Oh, into the frost. But we do see for free that Bolus, as we do see Mag Casual manage to get that nice little bit of damage as we see really nice quick tally swaps coming out as Mag is going to chill out in neutral. This is looking like a PlayStation match right now. What on earth is going on? Garant electing to run away. Swapping back over to that stone club. Uh-oh. Thunderbolt of lightning. Very, very frightening as both sides now. Playing a nice and careful game. Both of them, we do see those stagger steps in neutral here. Mag trying to go for that punish, not quite able to make it. The waggles in neutral here. Aggressively waggling in neutral. Tries to go for that roll catch, but alas, it is not to be. We are going to see some stagger steps coming out now. Mag turning away there. Both of them. Tries to go for that hit there. Mag not electing to... Not going for any mixes out of it. I'm not sure if he has any mixes. As we do see the Waggles. Aggressive! Looking at this here, we do see it. More stagger steps, both sides playing it very, very careful.
Be careful.
Nice run R2 there to just try and catch him off guard. Not quite able to make it though. Both of them trying desperately to run out each other's tears. The halberd comes out from Kilo, an empty jump, as that is going to be Mag finally recognizing. Oh no, the backstab grab is absolutely tragic as we see that swap over to Stone Club. Going for that beautiful punish. There's the side of Mag, getting some really tasty damage. Into another trade, Mag rolling out there. Oh me, oh my. Going for that backswing, 400 on the board. Now, I believe there's still a tier in play here. That's going to be a crazy amount of damage. Looking at this here. Goes for standing R1. The Twin Blades are out. Not a great pick here. Because again, remember that because it's a poised chip. Because again, remember it's a poised chip setup. It doesn't really have the same. Ooh, although speaking of the devil, that run attack there, maybe Mag doesn't have the poise. 82 HPs on the board, as we do see now at long last another free bolus.
Up back to Sword Lance.
Sword Lance, which Mag is going to have to play very, very carefully around. He could, I think he could be one interaction might be enough to kill him. Just like HTS of old, lest we forget. Look at the damage numbers and you tell me! And to that finish!
Oh, he got punished.
There we go. That is...
GG.
Now it is match point for Mag.
Let's watch the replay.
Yes, indeed. Which I should probably have downloaded right away. Oh dear. Right back. There we go. We'll actually continue on with this round as we have both players ready.
No problem.
And willing to go. We'll get their Insta.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready.
There we go. Both players are in.
One. Okay.
Give us the count in. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Right on time. Perfect. As we are going to see the physics now on the side of both of our players going for that. Chilling Mist once more is the side of Garant as they are both aggressively wiggling at each other. As we do see now another Chilling Mist coming out here, as we are going to see Mag now try and wait out the buff, which is smart of him, as we do see Twin Blade here. Going to be risky, but again, very, very not a particularly good play into the Stone Club. Again, that Hyper Armor reset on the Poise chip is going to be pretty brutal, as we see Garant playing it in neutral. There we go, that's why it's a bad matchup. You see those interactions there? As soon as Mag recognizes that he's going to go in for that nice little bit of pressure, he can just press with impunity. It is rough now to be a Twin Blade player into this. Especially, it basically shuts down all of your aggressive options. Or at least the majority of them, as the poison is now on. And again, that poison will count out the Blessed Dew Talisman, which is going to be pretty nice. And looking at it here, we do see both players chilling out like villains. Going for that standing R1. Another standing R1. Oh, Mag messed up the spacing there. Resetting into neutral again, waiting for that punish, but unfortunately Mag pressed a little bit too early into the trades. And Mag very much not coming out the better of it in this matchup. Oh dear. A swap here from Mag might end up being the play. Oh, that's going to be the tier gone into the Mash Fest. If you wanted action, folks, here's your action. Garant here playing it nice and cautiously, waiting for that nice little bit of positional pressure. Maybe to get a backswing, but it's evening out as Mag manages to get the hit. Into the trade! Mag not coming out the better of a good roll, though. As you see...
Fighter, is a miss input?
It possibly might have been. Oh me, oh my. Garant have to play, and I have to play this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, and we see the tally swap over now onto blue here from the side of Mag. Had a punish attempt there. He didn't go for it. Into the trade!
Ah,
And there will be another match, folks.
GG.
2-2. Match point.
Good match so far. It's best of 5, right?
It's a best of 5, first to 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Vino, my 1.09 enjoyer.
Yeah, I'm reading chat as well.
My 1.09 enjoyer. I feel it. When did you start playing the game, Kai?
You mean Elden Ring?
Elden Ring. Yeah, when did you start doing the PvP?
Oh, PvP?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. I mean, I always played Elden Ring PvP in 2023, but it was more casual. I just started to take serious last summer, I think.
Nice. Okay.
So I'm still, I don't know, I shouldn't say I'm new, but inexperienced
That's more than
still
fair.
compared to you guys.
All right.
I think
Well,
starting. All right, I'm ready. And they're ready too.
3, 2, 1. Kaboom.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry. I got in it. I pressed the button
It's
accidentally too
okay.
early.
It's okay. I know it's easy to press button.
What does this button do? As we are going to see both players wiggling at each other. The wigglers. Go on.
Mac got poison, right? Isn't it?
Yes, it is poison on that Stone Club trying to... As we do see that attempt to mash in as... I do believe Garant is winning these by fairly substantial margin. Looking at this here, it's like 1,000 HP pretty much in the difference. Looking at this here, the skedaddles away. Neither side necessarily wanting to engage here, given that any press can be counter-pressed, which is remarkable given that they're using the... that they're electing to go for the mirrors. The trade comes through, but evens out just a little bit. Oh, is that R2 is going to be punished? The Mag still has tier. Elected to go for the grease, which he's going to pay for. 509. 100! And that is going to be Mag taking the round.
GG, Mac. GG for both. Well played.
Alright. We might even get a look at the instant replay there. Oh me, oh
Yeah,
my.
let's watch.
Let's take a look at the end of that one again. Here we go. Draw that out as long as it's humanly. I really don't like Sword Lance, not gonna lie. I can not blame you at all. It does an insane amount of damage and can win off of 2 interactions. Alright, let me very quickly now get set up for this next round, which is of course going to be... Let's take a peek.
Yam and
Kiwasao.
Kusao.
I'm never
Good to
pronounced
see
that.
him.
It's all... I'm not shocked he's here.
Kusao. No, he is good player.
Phenomenal player.
Yeah, I'm glad he made it.
He did last week as well. I believe he got 3rd
He
place.
did. He was 3rd place.
He did indeed, getting that 3rd place spot, and the player who came up through our beginners brackets. So I'm absolutely delighted to have him in, and it's going to be him versus... Oop, that is the wrong button. Voices Liam. So that should be interesting. I think this isn't the first time they've actually met in the End Accord tourneys. I think they've actually met last time. L-I-M. No, that's K. L-I-A-M. Here we go. All right. There we go. Let me ping the players now and let them know that they are up.
I'm curious what Yang is gonna use. You said he's gonna use sword lance?
I would imagine he's going to use Sword Lance, which is pretty telling.
But I've been seeing different weapon on the Fight Club though. Let's see.
We will see. He did say he would show it off in the rule set to see how things go. So I'm not surprised he'd rock it. The latency is going to be quite rough as well, so there's an actual reason to use it as well.
Oh, let me see. Oh,
It's
that's
Ukraine
right.
versus the
Yep.
United States.
Right.
So.
Ah, I can't imagine. I haven't fought with Kusao, so I don't know how much latency I'm gonna have with him. 170 maybe?
Something along
I
those.
don't
It's
know.
probably along those lines. It wouldn't be too far off it.
All right. Let me check if both player in the war already.
One of them definitely already is in world here, and if I look, it is going to be Liam versus Kuisao. Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
he
but
just
then
left.
immediately
Probably.
leaves. Alright, that's Liam. Kuisao should be back in now in just a moment.
You're right. He has Solans, I think.
Well, we can actually take a look at the builds because he did pop in for just a second, so we can
Right.
take
Let's
a look.
see.
Let's take a peek. So does Sabers look Kuisao is going to be on Swords of Light?
TSS.
Interesting. Okay.
Hey,
Brave man.
Faith Bill. Interesting.
Into Sword Lance as well. He's going to go for that nice damage buff, Ash of War, to start it off. And then, but we'll see how it does into the Sword Lance, which is going to be pretty messy. I think is putting it quite mildly. Although it does seem as though he's swapping characters, so this is not going to be accurate.
Oh, right. That's why he went back to his war. Now let's see.
All right. Well,
Let's see what he's in mind.
So Kuisao is asking, what are these weapons? The Sword Lance is the HTS that basically has a true combo off of R2, which does insane damage. It's possible the damage on it is buffed. Generally, I like to have like as much representative of the meta possible in my rule set, just as like a general rule. So that's the reason why I've more or less allowed it in some capacity. Although there'll be a lot of... It's one of the rare setups that I do put restrictions on. Like, a lot of restrictions on. And it's borderline unheard of. But if we have the likes of Offrack allowed, if I have Sword Lance allowed, I think the general power level, quote-unquote, of the rule set is quite high. So I'm just trying to see if it is still skewed one way more than another. So yeah, I don't know. Still waiting for Kuisao to get in. But have you fought into Sword Lance much, Kai?
Solans, not so much at the Fight Club, because most players try not to use Solans at the Fight Club.
Yeah, of course.
That's what Liam said too. But I do see a lot of HTS instead.
Well, the HTS is quite a popular setup. It has been SL banned in FC. That is also a thing to keep in mind. It is banned in most places. Again, I'm just curious. Restrict Sword Lance to one hand. Yeah, but that's not the setup is the point, right? Does that exist? As it stands, they're still on break, getting everything reset. And I think that's Kuisao after joining World. So let's take a peek. Looking at this here. Wow.
Oh, now he has
Gugs?
Strength Bill.
On Gugs. Huh.
Interesting. Against Solans is a consider good match. I have no clue.
I actually don't really know. Most people don't rock Sword Lance all that often.
Oh wait, that I see Glacial.
Oh no! Oh
That's
no!
That's not a mistake, right? No, he has it on the back.
All right, ladies
not?
and gentlemen, we have our players in.
Would you like to count Ender this time?
You can count. You can count it in.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
So I did
Let's
it early
go.
last time, and now I did it too late. I'll get the timing right eventually. Soon. Okay.
I need to practice more.
We do see now the verdigris coming in here. Oh, only an Enderset, lads. Only an Enderset. Keep in mind that Great Shield Talisman is still banned on the Enderset because, dear God, Oh my god, Kurosawa, you legend! No! No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might have to see, so this is not a good time for Kurosawa. Oh no. Pedro. You look so cute. Oh, he's trying to go for that. He does have hammer tally here.
Yeah.
So that's not a terrible thing! As he is, that's actually a clutch swap. Because that does an insane amount of stam damage to
Oh, is it? Okay, good to
Oh
know.
my god.
Because I don't fight with many player has Glacial like
It's
this.
very
at Fight
rare.
Club. It's very rare.
Oh, that is painful. Ow.
And the jump out too.
Jump
Oh no,
R2.
it's just
Yeah.
jump. Yeah.
This is rough. This is a sad day. A red day. Oh. And that is round 1. Oh my god. Oh dear.
That Glacial plus Solans is evil.
I think
evil
that's
combo.
the easiest way of describing it. Yeah, that's something.
But Yana is always like this though at the anti-mage fight club. He always come up like annoying Bill or OP Will. I don't know how to describe.
No, you're okay.
He killed everyone.
Yeah, it's rough, especially here because Seamless as well also does buff shields as well with the shield bounce. So I've tried my best to nerf shields insofar as I can while still keeping them a thing.
I see.
I think the reason they're not used more so often is that players generally don't enjoy the playstyle. But I will always say that Cook, I guess. Good Cook on the side of Kurosawa going for the Danes there with the Danes Whirlwind. That is a huge thing that's allowed. But either way, we do have both of our players in, Kai, as we peer over the parapet. Will you give us the count in?
They're ready already? I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if Kisa was gonna.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're ready to go.
All right. That's good. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And there we go. Both players going for their respective buffs. We see the chilling mist coming out there. Look at this here, the standing R1 there into that. Into a backstab! Okay,
Nice.
alright. Jumping attack over the top there to get that extra little bit of damage. Kurosawa having to be very careful, so will Liam.
Plus the latency.
It is going to mean trades are more likely, but you are potentially trading into a Gug. Goes for that backstab grab again. Into that standing R1. Into another block. Kurosawa here not having very much means. Uh-oh. Oh, forcing the backstab grab. It can tag the church door too. And the CR1 afterwards. Oh my god. Into the counter.
Oh, finally.
And there we go.
It's not over yet? Oh, it's over. Okay.
It's very over, I'm afraid.
Oh, it was interesting. That's how Gug works, huh? Against Glacial.
It just goes for the, you're going for the counter, you're going for the high stam damage.
Right.
And as well as that, the fact that he can hyper armor trade most of it is like the idea, I think. Personally, I just run a standard setup and then just have kick Ash of War. I think the shield is very much kind of just trying to mess with them more so than anything else. But yeah, the kick Ash of War on that in this matchup might actually be pretty brutal because it's going to force Liam into a position where he has to press. And there we go. That's kind of it. There we go.
Well played.
Well played. 1-1 in our first 2-3 best of 5. All right. Will you give us a count in, Kai?
Sure. 3, 2,
Oops.
1.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
It's okay.
We scrap
let's
that. We
go.
try again. We try again. Oh, and the screams.
As
to
long
start
as
us out.
player can see the arrow.
Uh-oh. Lee managing to get out of the corner there.
Yep, the corner is dangerous.
Goes for that running attack there. Into a standing R1. Good roll out there from the side of Kiwasao. Into the standing R1 there once more. I don't even think Kiwasao took damage from that exchange, did he?
Oh, it has to reset. It happened to them up. Oh, he just got damage.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes the dem map we have the kind of bug.
It can happen from time to time, but he has taken damage so far this round,
Yeah,
so I'm
so
fairly
not this
confident.
time. Interesting swap.
Oh, curious. The toggle back over onto the Gugs here once again to try and force that counter pick. Oh, nice. Toggle back over there. Goes for the running attack there again. Liam recognizing now he can trade with impunity. Tries to go for that backstab grab. That was brave now is what that was. Interesting, interesting. Expecting a free aim there was the side of Kiwasao rather smartly, but Liam just kept locked on in that exchange. Into a counter hit attempt here. Curious here as Kiwasao now is going to be forced back into that roll out there from the side of Liam now once more. Back onto the shield. Screams! I'm not sure. I don't believe that was a perfect block. Into that jumping attack there, the dagger. Yeah, that's good night and good luck.
Seems like Lian was so confident on this match. GG.
I mean, how could you not be with that health lead? And it's basically the entire win condition that that Kiwasao had was like gone pretty much immediately. Like, if he doesn't get a life lead early on, it's kind of good night and good luck pretty much. So, that's a rough one.
Mm.
Hang on a second.
Oh, maybe... Alright, let's give them time.
Yeah, they'll get there. Let me have a look here. See again. Another. First 2, 3. Remember. There we go. Okay. I think they're cooking. All right. Now both players getting back in.
Any change?
I don't believe so. I think they're pretty much staying on what the tried and true here. That's what I think they're doing anyway. All right. Both players are now back in their spots. Let's go. Is this DS3? It's starting to feel, the pacing is definitely starting to feel that way, but without positional pressure. Unfork. But, Kai, give us the countdown.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. As both players are going on their physics, we do see the chilling mist on it now once more. Looking at this here. Be curious as to what Kiwasao is going to go for. He's elected for different armor. Has also gone for that standing R1 there as a means of counter, but oh, the kick comes out, but unfortunately
Kick.
it's not to be. The kick here is going to be the answer, but look at that now. The sword lance, now two-handed, recognizing that the shield is probably not the play. Goes for that roll catch attempt. Unfortunately, it's not to be, as the dagger is now out. Oh, and he manages to get that nice hit. Beautiful turnaround there from the side of Kiwasao. Into that standing R1. As that is going to be the tier now gone for Kiwasao. Too late on those presses, unfortunately, with not many people electing to go for turtle play.
Daga finish.
The knives out. The knives are out, and that is going to be the match in the favor of Liam. The 3-1. That's the first stock Liam has lost so far this tourney. As far as I'm aware. Is it true combo on Uggs? I believe so. Unless Liam was out of stam, which it should have regenerated. See if it gets that last bit again. There we go. Go.
Kick is good idea, right?
And kick is a phenomenal idea for one very simple reason, is that it shuts down the shield play by a fairly substantial margin. The shield user can't just kind of walk at you and just shield poke and then elect to roll away. You always have to be very careful. But we are going to move on to the bronze match now. Wowie. Just still going to be a first to 3.
GG. Hold on, let me check the challenge.
It's going to be Kiwasao versus Garant once more.
Right, the third place.
Third
And
place.
the final is gonna be Matt Casual and Liang. Oh, both USA East Coast.
Yeah, so the lat should be pretty.
Yeah,
pretty reasonable.
I think it's gonna be good.
All right.
Oh, they're friends. I think
Probably are, to be honest with you.
because they came to my FC together like a couple weeks ago. I think they're friends. That'll be interesting.
All right, the players have been pinged. They should be here in just a moment. Yeah, there's some interesting combos that come out with kick and stuff. It's there's a few players who've messed around with stuff, but again, because shield poke and even dagger on PC isn't really that common, you see an odd player use it every now and again. It's not, most people really don't know how to use it. I find it reminiscent quite recently of the, I can't remember which duelist, it was the Duelist Event Network tourney where Dueling Shield was still technically allowed. I can't recall off the top of my head which one it was. It could be nearly a year ago now at this stage. God, when was that? But we will see, as we are now just waiting for Garant to get in World. That was the first tournament after DLC. It could well have been. It's been so, I've casted so many, I cannot remember which one is which, unfortunately. All right.
So it's probably like last July or something, maybe.
Would have been something allowed there. I mean,
somewhere like that. All right, they are ready.
All right, there's the builds.
Oh, kind of similar. Solans, boss, Gak again.
54 strength and 53 strength, so the trades should be... It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it was the first NAFOC. You'd probably be right there. But we do have both of our players in, Kai. Will you give us the count in?
Okay. You're in the camera mode, right?
Yeah,
you are.
I have it all set up and ready to go.
All right, perfect. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
As we have both players here, we do see the immediate punish there from the side of Kiwasao.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, and the anti-air there on the run R2. Tries to go for the roll catch, but alas, it is not to be. As we do now see Garant not really sure what to do here. Oh, but look at that. That is some serious damage all the same. Through hyper armor, no less. As we do see the Frost Bolus being nommed. Looking at this here now, this reset into neutral. Oh, the attempt there, but just a little bit too late. Into a trade. Tries to go for it there. Into another trade, but unfortunately the Frost proc prevents it into the jump R2. But that anti-air, that is a large amount of damage on the health bar. Oh, but that jump R2 over the top. Into a trade, and that's Kiwasao knocked out.
Oh, the Solans are too.
Jump
GG, yeah.
What the heck? That is damage.
Let's watch replay.
I think we better.
Yep. That was quick match.
Well, you know, I decided to allow Sword Lance to make sure that the tournament went along quite quickly, so...
Oh, but it's not banned for Elden Ring PvP rather Rusev.
I believe it is. If
Now
not,
it is?
if not, it probably
didn't
ought to be.
I didn't see it. I gotta check again.
Yeah, I can have a look after the tourney. I'm curious, but look at that trade. Jeez
They
Louise.
still ban Starfish though, but I didn't see Solans. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody can confirm. Alright, let's see already. Okay.
Alright, give us the count in, Kai.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Fortunately, I pressed the wrong button once again, but we got there.
It's
We got
okay,
there.
let's
We did
go.
it. Let's go.
We got it.
As we do see that attempt to punish right off the bat. Looking at that there, we do see some little stutter steps in there just to try and capitalize on some mistakes here. As we do see now, Kiwasao learning his lesson. But the hyper armor came out just a little bit too late for that punish. Looking at this here. Go for that rollout now once more. Kiwasao now playing a little bit more of a careful game as the screams ring out. Furthering that lead, but anything could change. Into the reactors. Into a trade! Into a standing R1, potentially trying to get that backstab grab. Uh-oh. Oh, and he walked into it, oh no! But the punish. Into the attempted roll catch. The free aim, not enough as Kiwasao smashes out. Both sides even Steven. Into the poisonous mist here once more. Looking at this here, both players now playing a very cautious game. Garant wiggling around in neutral. The aggressive wigglers of Elden Ring. Tries to go for that roll catch attempt there, but it's not to be. As we do see the rollout. Kiwasao goes to that. That is a trade and a half. Into an attempted roll catch once more. Unfortunately, the reactor. Into another trade. And their screams of defiance. As a very smart self-proc comes out now from the side of Kiwasao. Self-procking in that tier is going to be huge, but that is going to be Garant very, very low. As the swap over to TS to finish it out. But again, there's like 3 interactions potentially, and this is the scream comes through. Just a bit too late on that jump punish there. Having to be careful working around those R2s. Uh-oh. Into a little bit of a tap to send us
GG.
home.
Very well played for Kiwasao this time.
Yeah, the TS swap was definitely smart, especially for that last hit. Just low enough recovery that he won't get caught in any animations that are going to cost him dearly, especially with that Raksasha swap there at the end. That could potentially, off of an R2, won the match in one interaction, I think. I'm not sure. Might have to very, very close. Look at that. Tempted to do a run R2 to try and bait out a response, but just glided a little bit too close in there at the end. Oof. Close match. Hilariously enough to say as it is. Alright.
You don't know who's gonna win when they have like a Solans, you know?
It's hard to tell. It's like Starfist. It's kind of the same. It's basically the same thing, except one has hyper armor and the other doesn't. But we do have both of our players in, Kai. Give us the count in at your leisure. Nope.
Oh, do you wanna...
Alright, give us the count in.
Alright. Warm up, okay. 3, 2, 1.
Kaboom!
Go.
Bolt out. Players ready to go. The scream there is punished a little bit late. Into that attempt to roll catch there. Into CR1. Into a quick poke. Into another one. into a trade very much in the favor of Kiwasao, who is being very careful, working around those jumping R2s into another trade. Kiwasao electing not to go for that there. Garant playing very, very cautiously here, swapping over onto that twin bird. Look at that, the roll in there to tempt the jump so we can roll it again and go in for that CR1. Very smart. Tried to go for a run R2 there, but very risky maneuver. Oh my god, 23 HP in a dream. And I'm sorry for the gun
dagger
kill.
finished?
The dagger
GG.
finish. No rot is allowed, friend. Rot is not allowed on the end of set. Dear God, no. There we go. Let's take a look at that one again, Kai. There we go.
I think lot was allow your first one, I think, the Swiss format.
Yeah,
And then you ban the law, right? Yeah.
I go back and forth on very lenient rule sets and very
No, that's
long
okay.
rule sets. The current one I consider to be the higher power level rule set where most of the game is allowed. That's my general way of looking at it. But yeah, sorry for the knife kill. My God. All right.
I really like the Swiss format. That was a great idea.
Yeah, the only thing I'm sorry about is that I didn't switch to it sooner. Unban throw BHB. Do you know what I'll do, Bron? I'll do you on better. I'll do the unthinkable, bro, okay? I will allow Grav Missile, but only for you. How does that sound?
Bro. He needs to join.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him on Tony.
It would be nice.
Okay.
Alright, give us the countdown.
There's a
anyway.
weapon. There's something changed.
Yeah, it
on
did
Garon?
indeed. Garant just swapped
Yeah.
over to the colossal weapon.
Yep.
Alright, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Also, before I go on, I will say, Bron, that is the easiest gift stealing I have ever done in my life. Very, very good. Ooh, nice as a roll. It comes out there once more. Looking at that here, we are going to see the halberd and the off-dag. Kiwasao getting to play his beloved now once more. As we go in. Good rollouts there from the side of Kiwasao, who is going to go for that running attack there. Oh, but he is going to be caught. It's getting cold out there. Look at this here. Kiwasao getting lost his menus a little bit, but very, very quickly fixing it. Going for that run out now once more. Into a run R2, a trade though. I'm trying to go for that roll BS or at least threaten it. As we do see those standing R1s coming out now once more. Oh, he got not set up for the punish right. As Kiwasao is getting caught in with a little bit of damage here. Good rollout now once more here from the side of Kiwasao. Jump out comes out over the top there. Kiwasao trying to bait out some shenanigans. But unfortunately is going to be caught by it. As we do see Garant rack up them numbers. Kiwasao trying to do some fancy stuff. But pop goes the balloon. The bleach rock.
GG.
GG's. Have you messed around much with GCAT, Kai?
Oh, no, I'm not big katana person.
Interesting.
Even I'm samurai Kai.
I was gonna say, it's like, it might fit, you know?
I should, but I do like wakizashi. Yeah, the G-Cat and then Nagakiba, I tried to practice how to against, but I don't really like to use. Or I'm not good at it. It's very tough to spacing, you know?
Yeah, it's a weird one. It has an interesting amount of phantom on that CR1, and the hitbox is also kind of funky. So while it is strafable, it can be a little bit weird to get the timing right on it. But most of its moveset is basically rolled backstabbable, which is really funny. But either way, we do have both of our players in and ready to go.
Oh, wait, it's a score.
Oh, that is a
Got
good
update?
point. It is obviously going to be up for... it's going to be up for Garant.
Easy to forget.
Two,
Trust me.
yeah. Oh, you're telling me. Either way, we do have both of our players in.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Bolt out. Players drinking away. Drinking on the job. Outrageous. As we do see now. Standing L1 coming out there from the side of Kiwasao. Good. Force back now as we see him caught in the corner. But goes for that trade. Expecting the roll, but unfortunately Garen says, nah, I'm just going to face tank that. Another run R1 comes out from the halberd here. As you do see Garen free aim there just to try and get away. Nice. That is going to be the frost proc coming out here. Both players chilling. Just out of range. Oh, Kiwasao getting caught there with a little bit of phantom, but that is the halberd interaction. Stagger step there, getting some really nice work in. Oh my god! Tries to set up for that as we do see the two-handed dagger coming out there, and once more Kiwasao managing to reset here, waiting for the mash into that beautiful little exchange there. Oh me, oh my. Stagger steps for days. Good spacing here comes out, but the mash into that beautiful punish there, getting the spacing right on it as Kiwasao sets up for some shenanigans, but the rolling R1 coming in to interrupt it. Not ideal, not great, as we do see that that dagger into the standing R1 to finish it out. Beautiful halberd play there.
2 and 2.
Kiwasao locking in big time. Oh my
Well
god.
played.
Really, really nice stuff. Those stagger steps, the turnarounds into standing R1 are really, really nice on that. And we've seen a really, really good job. GG's, as we're now on match point. Kiwasao with a lock-in to finish us out. Will.
Nice comeback.
It was very, very nice. I mean, look at this exchange here. Got the spacing right on that. Goes for the running attack, getting that nice little bit of damage. Not quite managing to get the roll catch there. I think if you just held on to it a little bit, perhaps just overzealous on that pressure, it is very tempting to go for the run R1s. Dagger, halberd, dagger, halberd.
Right.
R1L1,
You're
my
expert
beloved.
for harbor of stock and
I would say that there's some players who would play it. A Dark Soap, I think, I would still argue is probably one of the best.
dark. So yeah, and I never seen him the Tony.
Mhm.
Maybe he's just not interested, but too bad. I would like to see him.
Yeah, there's a few players who have dipped out. It's a first 3, boys. FT3, lads. So, bowl 5. Best build stat-wise? For what? I'm curious as to what you're on about. Medias. Duels? Ooh.
Oh, that's gonna be that's not easy answer, huh?
Generally speaking, at least in terms of what most people are playing these days, we're still waiting.
Strength's the best.
Strength seems to be the most viable because two-handed weapons are incredibly powerful right now. Why have they left? Did I miscount the score?
Oh, wait a minute. Did I?
No.
Sometimes I could miss the.
No, it's 2-2. It's a match point.
I thought it was 2-2, but should we rewatch?
I'm not sure if I missed any of the... I can just very quickly check the YouTube VOD, actually.
Well, let's see what player is gonna say. Oh, unless... Oh, wait. They're not confused
Oh,
with...
I might have... Did I miss a score? Let me just check.
Okay.
Let me mute myself real quick.
It's good to check.
Give me a moment, folks. They're saying that it might have been. So Garant won the first match, then Kiwasao won the second. Give me a moment. Then it was... That's match 3, and Garant won that, so that's 2-1. That's 2-2. Yeah, 2-2.
Somebody said Sao
Okay,
1 3
Kibasa won 3-2. So he did. Alright. You never updated after the second fight. Gotcha. Alright, there we go.
Sorry about it. Yeah, I could miss too. It was interesting, you know, to watching then. So
yeah, we got
easy
it.
to miss the score. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
GG to both, and then congratulations, Sao.
Kibasao takes third place.
Third place.
Yes, 2.
Good to see you again.
3. There we go.
Garan did really well as well. Both are really good player.
And now we have the finals.
Right.
Wowzers. Finals are for Mag Casual versus Liam. 0. Liam versus Mag.
Yes.
NA shenanigans is about to ensue. And I have no doubt it will in fact be shenanigans. And I would...
Ondo, thanks for the raid. Welcome in later.
Thank you so much, Ondo. And everyone, all of Ondo's chat, they're joined here today by the wonderful Samurai Kai, who's a wonderful gamer.
Let's shout out for him.
I should hope there was a shout out for him. If not, I'm going to be very upset. Could one of the mods please give a shout out while we crack on with the rest of the tourney? And to all the follows as well, it's going to be Hamster Spanker. What an amazing name, Jesus. Wild Style Artist. Heinzvik. The Lurking Dad. And of course to Wasnow, Barebones, and of course Ando. Welcome in.
Ondo also hosts Tony.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ondo host a tourney in a hot minute, but he has hosted them in the past and they've been absolutely excellent. Ondo always does a great job. So, but either way, let's take a quick peek.
Alright, both player here.
It's going to be... They are backwards. That would be very funny.
Oh, okay. I was like... Alright, so start with Uncle.
Alright, cool beans. Let's crack on.
This is correct? Alright.
All is good.
Both.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
I must have switched.
Yeah, can I watch again?
Yeah, of course. No problem.
Both was strength build, and Lian has same setup. Solans, Dagger, and the Grey Shield. And the Mark, it's Anchor, right?
It's an anchor. Yes, indeed. The rusted
and
anchor.
The staff is...
That's definitely going to be an answer to Swordlance if ever there was one. Oh me, oh my. And I just have a very quick message. Yep, all is good. Right, so.
Everything is good.
Everything is magnificent, my dear, as we have both players in. As this is
this is the final.
It is the grand finals, and just before I do, I will remind players that this is a best of 7, so first to 4 for our final match today. So, Kai,
all right,
give us the shout in.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Boom, kabam, kaplowies. We are going to have both of our players going for their respective buffs. Anchor off. Oh, uh-oh, he's starting to comprehend. As the anchor here is going to be really nasty. Yeah, the office bounces. I love Seamless sometimes. Thank God for Den 2. As we do see that nice little bit of pressure coming in there. But Mag is taking a little bit of damage out of this as we see the swap back over onto Anchor. Into that backswing, but look at that, the trade. Mag not coming out the better out of it. Swapping back over, toggling away. The Anchor weighing him down by the looks of things. He's not getting decent enough damage into this here. Into that nice little bit of a trade. Tries to set up for some pressure there, but immediately just eats a lot of damage as we see the swap back over onto the sword lance. Goes for a running R1 into a follow-up R1 there just to get that hit. Looking at this here, we are going to see that trade now once more into another one. That is going to be Liam managing to escape here, not going for the toggle over as Mag trying desperately to mash into it. Just get that little bit of pierce as Liam is forced back, but Mag doesn't have very much in order to actually capitalize on it outside of maybe staying on Blessed Do, which it's not going to matter. Oh.
GG.
Mag did not take that round. Unfork bestie. Let me get the score up because I now do definitely need to keep track.
Now
of
we
that.
won't forget.
Well,
0-1.
Never say never. Never say never. Don't jinx it. Okay, let me see if I actually caught the replay of that last match there. Let's find out. As we might just catch the very end of it. Look at that there. Again, this is a very oppressive setup. I think he'd be better off just staying stairs and forcing Liam onto the two-handed TS. The HTS, sorry. I think that would be a much safer play, personally. Also, I need the restroom real quick. Do you mind keeping an eye on chat and making sure they behave themselves real quick?
No problem. No, take your time, Enda.
Back just a moment.
So, Enda, how's your stream? I want to make sure someone shout out for you. I'm not moderator, so I cannot really shout out for you. I hope you have good stream. Don't worry. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't see. His moderator is not here just yet. Are you planning to host another tourney soon, Ondo?
Here we go. All right. Hello, I've returned.
Yeah, I was just talking to Ondo. You know,
Nice.
if he's planning to host another tourney in near future, and also your moderator is not here, so we haven't shout out for him.
Well, that
but
just
he
will
says it's
not
okay.
do. Here, hang on.
But he says it's okay. Everybody knows him anyway.
Well, they'll definitely know him now. There we go. And streamer, did you wash your hands? Yes. In the actually, never mind. Moving on. We have both of our players in and ready to go. Kai, will you give us the count in?
Sure. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Boom, and away we go. Let's have a look and see how this one is going to happen. 1-0 so far. As we are going to see Mag doing some decent damage here. This is a masher. My word. As he manages to mash it again. Managing to catch Liam not once but twice with that interaction. As the very aggressive ballast there. Brave from the side of Mag. As you do see the running attack there is the toggle over. Trying to get out. Good showing here. Mag electing to roll out. I think the stars here are going to be the play. Goes for a little bit of a mash. As we do see the two-handed sword lance out as they counterpick each other again. Goes for that standing R1 there just to try and get the anti-air, but not able to do it as the pivot shuts down Mag's aggression there. Quite unfortunate. You hate to see it. As we do see now that running attack come through here once more. That is going to be Mag going in for that running attack once more. Tries to get that, continue to get that chip down. Unfortunately, probably intended to go for a running attack there, but it just did not pan out. As we are going to see now, that swap back over. Goes for that shield desync now once more into that little bit of a trade. The R2 is out as Mag immediately counter swaps back over onto the anchor. Whoops. That standing R1 there to try and get it into a follow-up R1. The anchor at the very least does have an anti-air here in terms of the standing R1. So it does shut down some of his options. But now I think Mag can't really afford to trade anymore. Given,
Right.
Yeah, which is basically how he's going to have to work this. Is the guard break is also going to be absolutely brutal here. And Liam is not messing up all that
no.
hard. Yeah, this is rough. As we are going to see now.
Daga is out.
Good
Daga
night.
finish.
Yeah, the hate that. This is rough. This is very rough. This is a bad time to be Mag. A very, very bad time to be Mag. As that is going to be 2-0.
Yep. 2-0.
In the favor of Liam.
Oh, but it's a F best BO7, right?
Best of 7. So a first
Best of
2-4.
7.
Yes,
Got it.
indeed. Not the finals we deserved, the one we needed. Well, this is definitely Elden Ring. I will give you that much. Ooh, just let's watch that one back there again. I think just very quickly, just very quickly. Ow. You might be onto something, Bran. We can't let NA have their way, bro. That's just not fair.
Might have to join to bring back real Elden Ring game. Please! We miss you. Please.
Oh man, hello B-dubs. I seen Assassin in there earlier on. The DS3oids have descended. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright. Well, we do have both of our players back in again once more.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm
all
ready.
Yours. All yours, Kai.
You're ready to? 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And so they will. Both players going for their respective physics. We do see now that whole axe coming out there onto that toggle to get away. Oh, the aim down just not quite enough. Good rollout now once more. As we see it here, that
No
running
more
attack there is going to get that
Glacial.
anti-air. No, thank God. As we do see. Mag now resetting into that neutral. Sword lance here. Going for that running attack there, the off axe. Could have set up for some shenanigans here, but we do see the toggle into that standing R1 as the jumpers do come out now once more, as that is going to be Liam going for that R2 trade into the roll catch. Follow up R1. Tries to go for it again, but alas, it's not to be. Mag is very, very low. Oh, dear God. Into that R2, and that's why Mag...
So brutal.
That's why Mag was using that setup. If you want to see countered hard, oh God. All of his aggressive options pretty much shut down. The best he has is the standing R1 into a mix. It's misery. It's misery. Especially if you're going Halberd against...
3-0. Mhm.
Pardon? No, continue.
Sorry, no, I just said 3-0.
3-0, yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, it's very rough running Halberd into Sword Lance because, again, they have airs that are quite strange and difficult to deal with. They have the R2, which is Hyper Armor, which, of course, shuts down your aggressive options pretty hard because they can just trade in reaction. It's... Maybe off-dag can do the work, but at that point you have to do like 15 million gazillion hits in order to make up for their 4 interactions that'll go. R2 into R1 is combo? Yes, Mahidos, it is. Use whatever the hell you want, Mag. The rule set is there for a reason. If people complain about it, they can cope and make their own rule sets, quite frankly.
Oh, guys, should I use Stone Cold? Yeah, of course. He's against Solans.
Yeah, if you have to
No
use
one's
something.
gonna complain.
Just
And then I didn't know R2 into no, R2 into R1 is combo?
On the sword lance, yes. The R2 into the
It's a
R1.
true combo?
True combo, yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
And
Oh,
it also
that's
like
so scary.
exactly. It makes an already terrifying weapon even more terrifying. But it is 3-0 in the favor of Liam, who's not dropped a stock this finals. He's dropped one stock versus Kuosao.
Hold
But
on.
yeah.
Somebody didn't use weapon.
After this, we're gonna have to.
Right?
All right.
But it's good. It's funny.
We have both of our players in.
you you need to return the point. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And there we have it. We are going to see Chilling Mist coming out. Look at this mag chilling in neutral here because he knows he has to. Look at this here, the empty jumps coming out now from the side of Liam. Running R1, but again, the jumpers into that standing R1, getting that nice little bit of damage. Oh, and the running attack there comes out, as we are going to see now Liam reset, expecting the counter pressure to come through. But alas, it's not to be, as we are now going to see running attack go a little bit stray here as Liam continues to bunny hop his way into glory. Alas, you hate to see it. Look at this here now, resetting into that neutral. Oh, the Chilling Mist, but it's not going to actually land. And it might give Mag an opportunity here to go for the Bolus, which unfortunately he's not able to as the standing R1 comes out there into the off-axe. But Lair, that's another big problem in this matchup. You don't really have the option as a charged R2 comes out. Not able to get the anti-air. 800 to 580 into the anti-air now once more. Both sides relatively even here. As the bunny hoppers come through. That is going to be the tier procced. Considerable amount of damage to jump R2 into the follow-up R1. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Can we bring it back? As the bunny hopper forcing those panic rolls there. And there's the R2. Not having enough stam to actually go for the follow-up. I expect a dagger in our future. Trying to set up for that. Try to tank something. Recognizing
10 HP.
10 HP in a dream, Kai. That's how it is. Utterly winnable. That's 441.
Don't give up.
Oh, as we do see that free aim there. Into a trade. 208. And an
GG.
absolute sweep.
Congratulations, Liam. And then congratulations to Mark, second place. That was scary bunny.
Indeed. As we do see, apparently, we do see the BM. Alright. As we do see it, folks. That was the last fight of the tournament. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from everyone. Definitely enlightening. I think I'll be exclusively making the tournament EU from here on out. That is a joke. That is a joke.
Oh, it's a joke.
And there we go.
Thank you for hosting, Enda. And thank you, everyone. Right, let me watch the replay one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It'll be South America and EU exclusively from here on out, Bron, I think. Alright. And you'll be specifically the only one fighting South Americans. But yeah.
Sodan saves the day once again. Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Ceruleum.
Lads.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining. To the players who didn't make it into that top 4 set, thank you all so much. It's been a blast. And of course, lest I forget, to the wonderful, the amazing Samurai Kai, thank you so much for hosting. I'm excited to see your tourney in the not too distant future. So I'm going to be excited
Thanks
for that.
for having me, and you're amazing host, really. Thanks for hosting every week. We really appreciate.
No problem.
You make the PvP community active.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks to
It's
you.
a pleasure. I do it because I enjoy it. And I enjoy laughing at JR2s, standing R2s into half of my health bar. It's very, very funny. But either way, do you have any closing thoughts on the tourney, Kai? Before we head on and find someplace cozy to send you.
Oh, you're not gonna have finalists to join
No.
the voice chat?
No. They're Elden Ring players. I don't trust them.
Interesting. I say everyone plays well. I think I see some player join almost every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like they improve every time they join.
Indeed.
Yeah. And I appreciate your effort, Enda, because you're hosting once every week. I know that's a lot of work. And I
Thank you.
hope to see more. This Swiss format is really, really interesting. Because it's only like a 2.5 hour stream. That's not bad, right?
This
Less than 3 hours.
so it was about 3
Very
hours.
smooth.
About 3 hours.
3 hour, okay. Very smooth, except you forgot to turn off PC
Yes,
last night.
unfortunately. But
I
yeah.
hope more people join next week. You're gonna do next week as well?
Of course, always, every week.
All right. And no rule change, right? You're gonna stay these rules that. What do you think?
I will be looking very, very closely at Swordlands. Very, very closely and figuring out whether or not an
Just
outright
for
ban.
Liam?
Just for Liam, he needs to be nerfed.
What about Bron? Anything for Bron?
Bron is the only one who's allowed to use Grav Missile, and Bulgoat's Talisman is going to be banned, so that should be fucking hysterical. Everything else will remain pretty much identical, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I might have to put a few pound into that tourney. But yeah,
right.
Everyone...
Please join his Discord. Yeah. Go ahead, finish it. And
all I'm going to say is thank you all so much. Join the Discord if you want to join more. Thank you for reminding me, Kai, to plug my shit. And I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a nice weekend.